Call me Master Zen cause I'm a flicky bands.
Alright, give boy, you see the stupid down, man. Wasting time, let's get to it.
Honkai Star Rail is a game from Hoyoverse and is one of their latest attempts to ensure I cry myself to sleep at night.
Clarification. Let me just clarify. I don't know nothing about the stargazing thing, this and that. I'm watching the video because I fuck with this man content. That's it. So you can say meat riding. Generally, yes. Is he entertaining? Yes, that's why I'm here. Let's go.
For not being able to collect my favorite fictional anime characters. You may know them from the worldwide sensation Genshin Impact on my credit rating, but this is not Genshin Impact 2 or Honkai Impact 4th. This is a completely standalone game about traveling across the universe, saving different worlds like Space Canada, Space China, and Space Birmingham, featuring some of the most canonically straight women you can find in gaming.
Gay girls, isn't it?
Oh, I like that. I love me some gay girls.
This is a gacha game, which is a genre of game where the main goal is to pull for anime characters you are most physically attracted to with an infinitesimally small chance of actually obtaining them. My personal strategy boils down to a simple flowchart, wherein if there is a new character I can respectfully refer to as Mummy, I will violently do everything in my power to try to—
I'm not calling no shorty, bro, even if she my shorty, I'm not calling no shorty Mummy, man. I already got a mother. Nobody needs to fill that position. And in terms of like this, I'm talking about my birth mother, bro. I'm not no weird things. Hey, me personally, bro, I'm not really a fan of like calling your shorty baby or like a girl calling me daddy. Bitch, you already got a father. It's like, hey, I don't like calling, like, how do I put this? If she my girl, I'm not gonna call her a bitch. But considering she doing that, shit, might as well call you a bitch. Cause why the hell you call me daddy, my nigga? You don't got a father? You don't got a father? Even if you don't got a father, bro, you do not call me daddy, bro. It's either you call me by my name or you can create some type of other nickname. Other than that, I don't know, bro. The corn has fucked up these little names and everything. Daddy, mommy, baby, yeah, all that shit.
Acquire them. I will violently do everything in my power to try to acquire them, only to get jump scared at the sight of receiving a child.
Surprise, motherfucker!
I can assure you that the E5 Clara on my account was achieved totally against my will, and I am not trying to cosplay the protagonist from Black Bullet. But Gigguk, what's the real gameplay? That is the real gameplay. And yet Star Rail has tacked on an entire bonus game on top of that, where you can gather a team of people, which in my case by complete coincidence all happen to be attractive women, traveling around the cosmos, taking it in turns, smacking each other with increasingly pretty animation, which is commonly referred to in the industry as turn-based combat. Where I get all the turns.
I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'm not a fan of the turn-based shit. It be ass cheeks. The Expedition 33, that game that dropped that everybody was on, I was like, oh, this look decent. People talking about like, oh, you could cry or something. Like, it's very emotionally, you're gonna be emotionally attached to it. Yeah, the fighting is ass cheeks, bro. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah.
As you can see here, my team I've named Weeaboo Mother's Day can do what I thought was a respectable amount of damage to get me through the story missions. And then you log into YouTube and fight.
Like, I'm not a fan of like, you're fighting, how do I put this? You activate the power, yes, it connects. And then y'all just standing around there on the same position, no moving around. Like, bro, nah, bro. Move around. I like games that move around, bro. Like, go to the side, go to this. And I'm not a fan of like another thing, card games. Or like on something like you playing Pokemon. Pikachu do this in that game. They release a move and then like y'all just standing there. Like the characters are just emoting in one position. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this type of games.
Find out there are people hitting can do what I thought was a respectable amount of damage to get me through the story missions. And then you log into YouTube and find out there are people hitting enemies with a goddamn phone number.
That's a lot of damage!
Should I mention this video is sponsored by Honkai Star Rail? Because this video is sponsored by Honkai Star Rail. See, over the years—
Oh no! So what do I do? Well, the whole video is about this game, so it's like, I usually skip ads, so what the fuck do I do now?
Yes, the Star Rail team have given me money to get addicted to their game, that I immediately pay back through in-game currency, thus creating a self-sustaining economy with more stability than the stock market in the past 5 months. But today, Hoyoverse have given me my most challenging task yet. Understanding all of Honkai Star Rail. See, Honkai Star Rail has one of the most expansive stories featuring intergalactic wars between cosmic gods, the entire plot of Starship Troopers with Kamen Rider—
Hey bro, look at this, it look tough! You see their gameplay. can't. I can't. I can't. Man, bro, how the fuck y'all get entertained by shit like that, bro? Nah, man.
And the Lovecraftian nightmare creatures known as Twitch streamers that most people don't even know about, because in order to access this information it requires one feat that most gacha gamers are physically unable to do. Read. But as an ex-employee of the
Read, nigga! Read!
BBC with a master's in engineering, Hoyoverse can clearly see that my reading skills are unparalleled. The potentially cutthroat cohabitation
In the beninging.
and following the release of their biggest collaboration ever,
For niggas who don't know, hold on.
cohabitation
In the
This clip, this guy was our former president before the current one that we have. So, hey, man. Hey, it's very funny over here in South Africa, man. Shit.
beninging.
and following the release of their biggest collaboration ever with Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works that's out right now, I thought I'd take a page out of my Fate days and break down the entire Honkai Star Rail universe for newbies and veterans, because sometimes when you're playing the game and hear a sentence like
Jing Yuan, one of the Arbiter Generals of the Cloud Knights and the Xianzhou Alliance on the Luo Fu, currently looking for disciples of Sanctus Medicus who are also trying to
Jeez,
revive
man.
the Ambrosian.
you might as well be speaking to me in wingdings, but today I'll explain everything like you have the IQ of March 7th, and by the end of this video you will see that Honkai Star Rail is shockingly uncomplicated. And I can assure you, this is the short version.
Fuck! 47 minutes. Oh, yeah.
God damn it, it's another child!
Fucking hell, man. Well, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it.
That's right. Steve Handjobs is back, bitches. Hello guys, it's been a while. Welcome to my second TED Talk where we talk about the
My nigga, can your balls breathe with them tight jeans?
Honkai Star Rail universe. Now before we fully dive into the story, there are a few core concepts everyone needs to know so that you can fully understand everything that's going on. Yes, I'm talking to you, dialogue skipper who lets every fight run in autoplay. I've definitely never done that myself. First and foremost, we have paths. But what is a path? I'm walking a path right now. No. In Honkai Star Rail, paths are totally different. See, they are these universal philosophical concepts that anyone can believe in and practice. That was a lot of big words for the average gacha player, so let me simplify it down for you. It's how you think, dummy. Let's say a person believes in preserving and protecting life. Well, they probably believe in the path of preservation. Get that, vegans? Oh, you hate conflict and think everyone should just get along? Well, harmony seems right up your alley. That's right. Paths are to weebs in the Star Rail universe what astrology is to white women. In-game, this translates to different gameplay mechanics. A preservation character, for example, probably means they have a lot of shielding and can tank a lot of damage. Abundance characters, well, there's your healers. And destruction characters, destroy. Shit, damn, this is getting really
Yeah, that's my shit right there.
complicated. And in universe, anyone who practices a certain belief of any path is called a path strider. They walk that lonely road, the only road that they have ever known.
Lonely ass,
I
nigga.
just quoted Green Day. And in rare cases, any one being who explores the concepts of their path in its entirety, embodies the beliefs, practices the philosophies as deeply as one can, they can ascend to become an Eon. Eons are essentially these godlike beings that completely
Eons. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of wish he could have like said the name in like said the name like with more energy, cause it sounds tough. Eons. So like, fuck, nigga, I naturally got a deep voice sometimes. Eons. Nah. Fuck. Fuck it, man.
embody one
Eons. Fuck, man.
singular path. Let's an Eon. Eons are essentially these godlike beings that completely embody one singular path. Let's take Nanook for example. He is the Eon for the path of destruction. What does that mean? He is a hater. He is a hater on a level that no other being has ever seen. He hates everyone, everything. His hatred transcends racism, sexism, because he hates everyone equally. His path represents the belief that the creation of the universe was a mistake, so he wants to destroy everything. Once again, proving that men would rather eradicate all life in the universe than go to therapy. Like, damn bro, you good? Can't you just like, get a pint? Go to log.
Man, that's a grown ass man going to therapy. Come on, bro. I can't say they. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. We gonna flame you. But hey, some people do need therapy. So yeah, I'm not that completely stupid. I still have like, you feel me? Still trying to be a different person. Hey man, I'm taking time to change and accept certain things for what they are or something like that. But yeah. Well, obviously for me, I don't need therapy. Some people actually need therapy. So yeah.
Cabin. Like, damn, bro, you good? Can't you just, like, get a pint, go to log cabin, start a podcast like the rest of us? So my wife has actually just started playing Honkai Star Rail, and I have a quote from her about her interpretation of Nanook. He's just a little hottie with a body. Yes, okay, maybe he wants to destroy a universe or two, but he's just an edgy little bad boy. Shut the fuck up and look at those pecs. Look at that emo fringe. Let me nuzzle in that yellow chest, Gussie.
Chest Gussie. Oh.
Now in the Star Rail universe, there are all these different factions that basically boil down to following one Eon. They
You mean gangs, nigga?
see their philosophy and goes, you know what? We can make a religion out of that. Well, why don't they make a path for gooning? I bet I can be a follower for that path. Well, joke's on you, there is a path for that. It's called the Path of Propagation, and here is your Eon. Tazironth, an Eon whose sole motivation is to propagate and spread themselves across the universe, which was born out of a feeling of intense loneliness. He started self-replicating so much that he started a disaster that threatened the entire universe. So much so that other Eons needed to step in and be like, bro, can you stop gooning for 5 seconds? Imagine gooning so hard you almost wipe out the entire universe in the process. I wouldn't even be mad, I'd just be impressed. Honestly, knowing the Honkai Star Rail fanbase, that's probably the path they'd follow.
I knew you would come.
Now below the Eons, you have the Emanators. Now these are people that have been acknowledged by the Eons themselves and have been given extra powerful abilities from them, which is actually a big fat fucking lie, because most of the Emanators that we've met so far have never even spoken to that bloody Eon. But don't worry about that. Because one thing you come to realize is that just because a specific faction follows a specific Eon, that doesn't necessarily mean the Eon actually fucks with them. Like, there are some factions who can be like, we follow the path of destruction, Nanook is our god. And Nanook can be like,
meat rotting ass.
like, who is this man's? Why does everyone keep saying this is my man's? This isn't my man's. In summary, for all you power scalers out there, you got Eons at the top, then below them you got the Emanators, then below them you got the Path Striders and factions that follow the Eons' beliefs. Then you multiply this by 18 because that's how many paths are currently in Honkai Star Rail. And that's where the lore of Honkai Star Rail can be a little daunting because there are so many characters, so many titles, so many factions.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of, it kind of makes it cool because it has a lot of shit. It's not like, because if it was just like 4, well, I keep saying gangs, 4 paths, then it's going to be like, the game was going to be like, how do I put this? Simple, lame. It's like, you wanna join this group? Join this group. But consider there's more than 4. I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. Shit. A lot of y'all goofballs be like, Isekai's ass. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Since I started heavily watching anime, I would literally say right now, obviously, I didn't grow up watching Isekai. I grew up watching like shonen. Like, I think that's what they called it. The Naruto type of enemies. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm already knowing if the show it's an Isekai, I'm finna enjoy it. Whether it's AI slop or, well, not AI slop, Isekai slop. Yeah. I haven't reached that point where I could say, yeah, all Isekai are ass cheeks. I hope not, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been enjoying them motherfuckers, boy.
When you break it all down, and that's where the lore of Honkai Star Rail can be a little daunting because there are so many characters, so many titles, so many factions. But when you break it all down, it all comes down to which path does a particular character follow. Everyone and every faction has a different drive and goal based on the path they follow. And all of the conflict in Honkai Star Rail revolves around the opposing beliefs that each path strider has.
Honkai and Star Rail. Was it made in Hong Kong? Wait, what's the title of this video, man? I even forgot. Badly explain the entire plot of Honkai. Oh, it was made in Fuck, hold up. No, nigga, I'm not interested in nothing, man. Fuck. I'm unplug that motherfucking battery, boy. Reminder, for legal reasons, This is not a trap phone. I don't do illegal things on it. It's just an extra phone that cause I got a lot of SIM cards. So yeah. Where the fuck is the charger? I ain't got time to be out here buying like a quote unquote smartphone just to insert other SIM cards. Might as well just get a little ass phone, insert those SIM cards, and then use them when I need to. That's it.
Did you get all that?
No.
Good.
Yeah, kinda.
We can finally start at the beginning of the story. Our story starts at the Herta space station, an amalgamation of a bunch of nerds who have a hard-on for the one and only Herta the goddamn genius.
Oh?
Philosophical hard-on, not an actual hard-on, I assume. Yes,
Out of all characters, why the hell to be a little ass nigga, man?
this is one of the smartest individuals in the entire universe. A sassy lost child. Or her puppet. You know what? We'll get back to that. Helping her run the place, you have a girl about as privileged as Sea-Dog VA, with diversity hires, and a dignified woman whose hobbies include theatre, desserts, and breaking the Geneva Convention. At the station, they research all things that piques this little shithead's curiosity, and it's here that we get introduced to the first factions that will play a massive role in the entire narrative. First and foremost, you have the Nameless, which is an interesting name because constantly in the game, people can be like, hey guys, I'm Himiko, I'm a Nameless. So what's your name? Himiko. Bruh. This faction follows the Eon of Trailblaze, Akavili, which is the path that we follow.
This is what
Akavili.
probably looked like. This recreation identifies
Akavili. They're all about traveling the universe, going on a bunch of adventures, making a bunch of friends, the Luffy of the Honkai Star Rail universe. And this is our Going Merry. The, train thing. The Astral Express. I knew that. See, unlike other Eons who are too good to hang out with pathetic humans, Akavili was that cool older uncle Eon who'd hang around with the kids and occasionally sneak them beers when nobody's watching.
Hey, I repeat my grandma, man. Cause he talk about like, he's like, for example, that older person that gave little niggas alcohol. This is not depressing. She just put me on. I was of legal age. Fuck niggas. Before niggas told me, oh wait, that's actually sad. Your grandma was typical of like people living in the hood. No, nigga, I was literally of legal age when she gave me some motherfucking. She didn't even give me that shit. I was like, man, yo. Fuck it. Yo, can I get some? Can I get some cider? That's when I fucked with cider. I'm not really a beer nigga. Yeah. Cider is my thing. A grown man drinking cider. My nigga, am I drinking that shit for you or what? At the same time, I'm not really a drinker. It was like a one-time thing. I only like be like chilling with the homies drinking and during like December, like during the occasions. Other than that, yeah. Thank God I'm not a drinker or like a smoker, cause bro, the amount of money you spending on these things, hell nah, man. And addiction,
Which I have no idea about. They were just a chill guy. So chill in fact that one day they mysteriously just fucked off. Nobody knows where they went. If they're alive, it was just the ultimate Irish goodbye. Now, at the opposite end of the spectrum, you have the Antimatter Legion. Remember our favorite edgelord Eon Nanook? Well, he was so edgy that he inspired other edgelords who don't want anything other than to see the universe burn. So they just go around fucking up other people's shit in the name of Nanook, being an overall vibe killer.
So they are the young niggas of this universe. Okay.
And conveniently show up whenever there's a Stellaron. Wait, what is a Stellaron? Now, come here. A little closer. Listen up, because Stellarons are massively important throughout the entire story of Honkai Star Rail. I don't know. Look, all we're told is that they're these weird, mysterious things that pop up every now and again and bring disaster wherever they appear. Nanook loves them, probably because he has a hard-on for disasters, and his other name is the Cancer of All Worlds. Which leads us right here to our wildcard faction. The Stellaron Hunters. Why are they called the Stellaron Hunters? Because they hunt Stellarons.
It's self-explanatory.
Right now we don't exactly know.
The nigga say in it?
Because they hunt Stellarons. Right now we don't exactly know why we're hunting Stellarons, but what we do know is that one of the characters is named Kafka, and it's probably the sole reason you first put money into this game. Don't lie to me, I see the date of your transaction history. What's this?
Who the fuck is Hibiki Kafka? think I've heard that name somewhere. I'm probably watching the anime right now, but I'm yeah.
I'm getting word from my producer that we actually have footage of Star Rail fans reacting to Kafka's introduction. Let's have a look. Jesus Christ, guys.
What the
I knew you would.
And they actually kick off the events of this game because Herta, the goddamn genius Herta, thought it would be a great idea to leave a Stellaron hanging around somewhere on her station. And the game literally starts by Kafka breaking in and chest-fisting a Stellaron into an artificial body that awakens us, the Trailblazer. Yes, Kafka technically birthed us. That basically means that she is our mummy. Look, guys.
No, weird ass nigga. Nah, he gotta be speaking French because he's talking about we. He talking about y'all niggas that play the game. I don't play a game, so yeah.
I don't make the rules. That's just the way it is. I'm just conveying to you the
Why not mother? Why mummy, bro?
message Hoyoverse clearly wants us all to hear. This is literally the first thing you see when you wake up. And as a newborn, our first words were... This is also where we get to meet the current Astral Express crew, which is the crew that will be staying with us throughout the entire journey. First, we have Zumi's Incarnate, March 7th, who is, not exactly the brightest girl. She's the type of girl who tried to solve the issue of racism by running, but that might be because she was found in this huge block of ice Avatar style and has no memories of the life she lived before. So she decided to name herself after the date they found her.
But Dad, I was born in September. Why am I named?
Shut up, drunk New Year's party January 1st. Then there's Dan Hung, the brooding quiet kid who seems to have a mysterious past. I have another quote from my wife about Dan Hung. I tried zooming in closely, but as you can see, he is not very hung. So that was a fucking lie, but okay. He ain't no bad boy
Niggas meet watching in 2025. What the fuck?
in a nuke. As you can see, he is not very hung. So that was a fucking lie, but okay. He ain't no bad boy in a nuke. Then, of course, you have the mum and dad of the Astral Express. Welt, who is actually a character for Honkai Impact 3rd, but got lost there and woke up in the wrong game. And, of course, this person, which is Himiko. But not this Himiko. This is a totally different Himiko from Honkai Impact 3rd, which is different from this Himiko, who is Himiko from Honkai Gakuen 2. And this is him. Miko from Genshin Impact, no relation. And this, of course, is Saber. The only Saber in the Honkai universe. So far. A little bit of trivia, one of the Hoyoverse founders, Dewey's favourite character happens to be Misato from Evangelion, and his favourite character from every Honkai game just happens to be Himiko. Alright, so I see what you're putting down. So with the Stellaron stuck in us and no other memory of where we came from, what else is there to do but to join the Astral Express crew? Because if we choose not to, the game ends there. Our first stop is Jirilo 6, a snow world stuck in a permanent ice age called the Eternal Freeze, leaving most of its landmass uninhabited save for a few settlements. Yes, it's Space Canada. Without the maple syrup. Here you can find legally distinct Joseph Joestar, legally distinct Ilya and Bazaka, and of course Zila and Bronya, who have a bit of a history. See, here they become really good friends, but not too good friends, but just friends who bicker and fight sometimes, but they are still friends. Good friends. But this is unlike other incarnations in the Honkai verse in different games, when they are also friends. They kiss. Kissy friends. But here, in Star Rail, they are just friends. Now kiss. They're just friends! The main faction you're going to find on Jirilo 6 are the Architects, who are followers of the Eon of Preservation, Klipoth. And they're all about building walls and getting other planets to pay for it. They're led by the Supreme Guardian Kokolia, who is whoa-ho-ho-ho! Her daughter is actually Bronya, and they lead the last settlement of humanity.
Wait, huh?
They're led by the Supreme Guardian Kokolia, who is whoa-ho-ho-ho! Her daughter is actually...
I'm not gonna lie, her daughter better, bro. Wait. If she's of legal age. Other than that, hey, I'm not no Diddy. Wait. That goofball. Wait, didn't they release him? Nah, I'm not no Bill Cosby. Let me put it like that. Well, I don't know.
Bronya, and they lead the last settlement of humanity, Belobog. But Belobog has its own bog, and that's called the Underworld, which is under the world of Bellabog, where they stick all the poor and stinky people. I'm guessing it's mostly stinky people. Why? Fucking society, innit? And the underworld is completely
Bro, is he Canadian, American, or UK? He keeps saying in it again.
blocked off from the overworld because society, innit? Life is hard down here. It's dark and dirty, and people have to make ends meet by becoming miners and wandering into the great mines to find valuable resources. Somewhere, a Minecraft YouTuber is getting really excited about the mines, I mean, not the miners. The main enemy types here you can find are vagrants. 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 VA Grant? We'll just steal off the miners. Look, life is hard down there, okay? Who cares if we steal from a miner or two? You guys are murdering us by the millions! So to keep it from becoming a lawless underworld, a group called Wildfire run everything down here. And they're led by, man, I don't know what system
She average, bro. She average.
of government they have for electing leaders down here in Drilo 6, but I think I might be onto something. Things are certainly not optimal for Space Canada thanks to the Eternal Freeze, but life wasn't always like this. See, 1,000 years before the Eternal Freeze, Drilo 6 was a prosperous place. Intergalactic civilizations start visiting Drilo 6 hoping to get in contact with the natives. The architects set up shop, opened a few Starbucks, and everyone lived in harmony. Until the Stellaron attacked. People started getting shook. Some pieced the fuck out, fearing the calamity it could bring, and this bad bitch named Melissa Rand starts building walls and settlements. Because, of course, the Antimatter Legion show up and are like, guys, come on, let us in. We promise we're not going to destroy anything. Okay, that was a lie. Okay, we're joshing you. We're going to do a little bit of destroying. Starting a 30-year-long war, pushing humanity to its brink. And in desperation, Alyssa Rand hits up the Stellaron and is like, hey, Mr. Stellaron, so can you, help us get rid of the Antimatter Legion? You can use any means necessary. By any means necessary. Yep. You do realize I'm a Stellaron, right? You know, bringer of calamity, destruction, disaster. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. So the Stellaron decides to turn the thermostat down a bit. The Antimatter Legion go, brrr, it's cold, I'm out of here. Congratulations, Alyssa, you've successfully repelled the Antimatter Legion. Yay! What's the catch? You've wiped out all other life and made this planet totally uninhabitable. Fuck. And thus begins the Eternal Freeze, until we show up. So what's the storyline of Drilo 6? Bitch be wildin'. We rock up in our space train, knock over some trash cans, kick some Antimatter Legion ass, and we're all like, don't worry guys, we're here to save you from the Stellaron. To which Kekolia replies, oh, you here to save us? Is that what I heard? Go to jail. Because little do we know, the Stellaron has actually been whispering in her ear, being like, psst, hey, wouldn't it be bants if you just, I don't know, destroyed?
I'm thinking about something. What the fuck is that song? Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Tell you a little something you might like to hear.
The world and rebuild it anew? Oh my god. I love Code Geass. Boys, what are we saying? She a 10, but she wants to wipe out all life from the planet. So the entire storyline of this arc is just us trying to take down a mom who's gone a bit loop-de-loop. And it all comes down to one final showdown where everyone teams up. Nameless versus Stellaron, mother versus daughter, where we immediately get stabbed. Well guys, that's it. Game over, pack it up, it's over.
We made a choice, go fight against your fate. Pain will come with the blade.
We get back up with Klopof's aid, get a new preservation form, and beat the fuck out of her with the power of rock music and this giant fucking robot bloody mega fisting her into the ground. God damn, this sequence was awesome. Wait a minute. Oh man. Bronya, having killed Kekolia with her own hands, is left in tears, knowing she did the right thing, but still processing the death of her own mom. Then March 7th comes in like, hey guys, wasn't that so fun? Let's go to the pub and grab a pint. The Stellaron is sealed, Bronya becomes Supreme Guardian, the underworld is opened up, no more stinky people, and of course, Zila and Bronya continue being
Friends.
Friends. Job done. Now we move on to it's China. It's just China.
Shing.
Humans, furries, and
The
scalies.
fuck?
Now we move on to it's
Shing是乐父. Yeah, I think I got it.
China. It's just China in space. Humans, furries, and scalies live in unison on these ships, with each ship housing different races and cultures with names I can barely pronounce. Here you can find people like Space Kongming, Kindergarten Death Battles, Sassy Lost Child version 2, Daniel, the cooler Daniel, and Blade, the embodiment of Black Air Force energy, literally saving up centuries of hatred, going around looking for just one thing. A way to die. And he looks like this. And he calls himself Blade. Bro is canonically hundreds of years old and hasn't mentally matured past the age of 14. Now for this story, we're just focusing on the but it is just one of 6 ships, all together forming the Xianzhou Alliance, which can also be split up into different divisions run by different groups of people that sometimes have guilds within them, causing factions within factions within factions within factions within factions within, meaning every character we meet here has a title about as long as your average light novel name, like they jack off every time Daenerys Targaryen introduces herself.
Huh? Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
Jack off every time, meaning every character we meet here has a title about as long as your average light novel name, like they jack off every time Daenerys Targaryen introduces herself. It would take this entire video length just to break down every faction within this one ship. So we are going to focus on what is most important for the main conflict, and that revolves around the long life species that you can find on the ship, which are species that can live
Long
lives, as opposed to the short life species, or baby men, which is what I imagine they're called by the long life species. First off, we have Foxians, who are fox-like beings with fox-like characteristics, and
So basically furries.
on the furry scale, they land about here. That's still good, right? I think that's still good. You know what? Let me check with my local furry expert. Yo, D, how does that look?
What the fuck? How would I know?
Come on, dude. You know why.
So don't worry, facial mage, you guys are still safe. It's not too late yet. Xenozone Zero players, please seek professional help. Then we got
What the fuck? What the? Nigga. Damn, I'm that nigga scared me a little bit. I'm like, damn, bro, there's kids watching. Then I'm like, wait, I don't make content for kids, but
the Vidiharas,
videos.
Vidihara, Vidimen. These are people with dragon-like characteristics who are functionally immortal. But instead of going through one long lifespan, they go through a cycle of rebirth, where after a certain age, they get reborn while their body gets repaired and lose all their memories, in a process the FBI calls Schrodinger's lolly, where characters can canonically be both 13 and 1300 years old at the same time.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's one of the things they be using to justify young characters falling in love with big characters. Oh, well, technically she's this amount of age. She's 1,000 years old. Get the fuck out of that shit, bro.
And lastly, we got the Xianzhou natives, who bring the main beef to this all-you-can-eat buffet. Many years ago, the Xianzhou Alliance traveled the stars to search for immortality, where they just happened to run into the Aeon of Abundance, Yao Shi. Now Yao Shi, she's a giving Aeon, maybe a bit too giving, but don't worry about this part of her title. She sees everyone turn up asking for immortality, and she's like, you get immortality, and you get immortality, and you get immortality. What's this I'm holding in my hand?
What's the point of getting immortality if it's still gonna be broke? Cause my nigga, some niggas gonna get immortality and still be broke. Like, bruv, you got all that time. You're not putting into doing something?
And just don't worry about it. So she plants this big ass tree called the Ambrosia Arbor that allows anyone who eats its fruits to become immortal. Yay for trees, guys! We love trees! But unfortunately for the Xianzhou natives, they get so much immortality and live for so long that eventually they fall into madness and their body mutates into this zombie tree-like thing that they call Marastruck. And so once everyone realizes that immortality isn't everything it's cracked up to be, they all start to turn on this all-giving Aeon of Abundance. And it's like, fuck you, fuck everything you stand for, fuck all your followers, and fuck your stupid little arms.
Why not just eat one fruit from the tree, or I don't know, bark, whatever he just said? Why they continue eating it more and more? Cause like the whole point is like Hold on, bro.
And so once everyone realizes that immortality
You get the fruit. Let me just say it's a fruit. You get immortality. Why you continue eating this shit? You already got immortality, my nigga. Like, am I tweaking or like this doesn't make sense? Bro, that's just some. They are some greedy ass niggas, bro. You eat one, then you're good.
isn't everything is crack. Fuck you, fuck. And look, I'm not gonna lie. Fuck you, fuck everything you stand for, fuck all your followers, and fuck your stupid little arms. And look, I'm not gonna lie. I actually kind of feel bad for Yao Shi. Like, aside from this, there was also a time when the Foxians were going through a famine on their planet. So in desperation, they ask Yao Shi to give them some food. She plants so much food for them that eventually it spurs a population explosion that kills their ecosystem and destroys their planet. Like, where are people going to learn that her name is the Eon of Abundance? Not the Eon of, okay, just tell me when. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, yeah, you can stop now. That's enough slices! Because in response to the immortality epidemic, everyone on the who changes their path to the path of the hunt. Now, the path of the hunt is similar in philosophy to the path of destruction, but unlike Nanook, who is like, fuck everyone, the hunt is more like, fuck you, just you. Fuck you in particular. Like the Eon of the Hunt, Lan, is the self-proclaimed sworn enemy of abundance and will go around endlessly eradicating any followers of Yao Shi. Bro's got more generational hatred than Dio does for the Joestar lineage, and poor Yao Shi is just in the corner sitting down going like, guys, I don't mean to victim blame, but you literally did ask for it. So they commit a bit of casual deforestation.
Okay, now I understand what they're talking about. Like, no, hold on, bro. Oh, bro, going back is gonna take you 2 years. The video gonna be longer than shit. Niggas talking about like, how do I put this? They eat that fruit or that tree, they gain immortality. Immediately when you eat it, like you turn into that thing or what? Or no, the goofball said if they continue eating, bro. Hold on, bro. Okay, we got time, bro. Fuck it. I just want that part just to.
But unfortunately for the Xianzhou natives, they get so much immortality and live for so long that eventually they fall in. So she plants. Yay for trees, guys! We love trees. But unfortunately for the Xianzhou natives, they get so much immortality and live for.
What do you mean so much immortality? Translation probably fucking me up right now. Or like the explanation is fucking me up. Like I need the exact meaning. What does it mean? Like you eat, let's just say, like I said again, you eat one fruit. After that one fruit obviously gonna get immortality, but you gonna live for years, and then that's when you lose your sense or whatever shit like that, and that's it. So fuck immortality at this point. It's not about the amount of fruits that you eat from the tree. I would assume. Other than that, yeah, I will understand why they sing fucker. Right.
And Bro's got more generational hatred than Dio does for the Joestar lineage. And poor Yao Shi is just in the corner sitting down going like, guys, I don't mean to victim blame, but you literally did ask for it. So they commit a bit of casual deforestation, destroying this immortality granting trees because fuck trees, am I right? What the fuck have trees done? Supplying oxygen and immortality to people. Puh, I spit on you. So what's the Lao Fu storyline? It's this tree and a Stellaron. Because of course it's a Stellaron. We hear a rumor that there's a Stellaron on board the from Kafka. And you know what happens when Kafka goes fetch? We go, woof, woof. And it seems like someone's gone and fucking done it by planting a Stellaron at the root of this tree, causing it to resurrect along with this deer tree thingy. But who could have done such a thing? Turns out, not everyone agrees that immortality is a bad thing, so they all gather together in secrecy, forming this weird-ass group called the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, who looked at the way everyone was hating on Yao Shi and was like, I know Yao Shi, yeah, she crazy, man. She fucking sucks. God, I hate her guts. Can't let God know I secretly fuck with this. Little do we know that there's a real mastermind orchestrating everything from behind the scenes. That's revealed to us at breakneck speed. Yep, it was a real plot twist. Someone got Thanos snapped out of existence. Alright, I'm gonna go watch some TikTok chiropractor videos now. You'll never be able to guess who it is this time, lads. That's right, the fucking Antimatter Legion are at it again. And this time is one of their head honchos, Fantilia, who is one of Nanook's emanators. And she takes the form of, god damn!
That's a big
Pretty
bitch.
sure Thanos had to clap for this one. Yes, this entire thing was just the Antimatter Legion trying to destroy the from within. And they would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for Dan Hung, who is secretly a dragon person.
What the fuck is that word? Vedradar. Fuck.
Because Dan Hung is actually the reincarnation of Dan Fung.
Oh, dang, hung. Shorty was expecting this nigga to be hung. So that's why she zoomed in into his man's private parts. Oh, yeah. Bro, there's a lot of information in this video, man. Yeah.
Cooler Daniel, not to be confused with Dan Sung or Dan Dung, who also has a history with Blade because they used to be really good friends, but not too good of friends. But according to some of the lore you can find in some of the relic sets, they were what you call bosom friends. Hey, yo, what? But that's all in the past now because Blade actually hates Dan Hung because Dan Hung was previously Dan Fung and Dan Fung committed a crime which caused Blade to be immortal. So Blade now hates Dan Fung, but he got reincarnated to Dan Hung, so they are no longer bosom friends, they are bosom enemies. Now kiss.
Oh no, they gay. Why did I say oh no, bro? There's nothing wrong with being gay. I usually skip this part.
They're just enemies, guys! So we get another team up. Dan Fung returns and parts the fucking waterway, Moses style. We take down the second mummy boss of this game so far, and this boss music is an absolute prop. That's it.
You are fool.
Done. Alright, this video is getting a bit long, so what do we got next? Fuck my life. Welcome to Penacony, the land of festivities, where the game goes from just taking a few hours to complete all the story missions to a lot more. This world is the legally distinct Disneyland for people who look like this, bringing in the wealthiest and most privileged individuals from all around the universe thanks to its main attraction, the Dreamscape.
Tick-tock! Our friends are awake and asleep. Welcome to...
Fuck me, is that Tiki Mouse? The Dreamscape is like if Inception and The Matrix had one big incestuous baby. It's a lucid dream world you share with all the other attendees there where anything is possible. Get blackout drunk without having a hangover? Go for it. Oh, that's just fucking Tuesday at Spoons, innit? Gacha! In your gacha game. Because spending your real life money wasn't enough. Not even fall damage can kill you, which would be relevant if Star Rail actually had a jump button. Here we'll run into people like Dr. L plus Ratio, the real gacha man. My little sister. My little sister can't be this cute. And just another totally normal cute anime girl here. Nothing to see here, guys. Just another cute wife to add to your collection. And of course, season 20 of my favorite Hoyoverse anime. Can a girl-girl friendship survive? Now kiss. I need an adult. This is also where we get introduced to a plethora of new factions because they've invited everyone under the sun to attend, so I'm going to try and keep this as fast as possible. Starting things off with one of the biggest factions in the Honkai Star Rail universe. The IPC. The IPC is like if the IRS, Amazon, and the S&P 500 came together and made one big incestuous baby. And don't ask why I keep saying incestuous baby, it's not that deep. It is the mega corporation of megacorporations, controlling all business transactions from across the universe. Its mere concept is enough to give Jeff Bezos the biggest morning wood of his life. They supposedly follow our old friend Klipov, the Eon of Preservation, but the IPC believes, unlike the architects from Jarilo 6, that they need one thing and one thing only to help Klipov meet their goals.
Money.
And they've sent one of their representatives, Adventurine, to try and get some of those big fat Penacony profits, which is on brand because one of his attacks is literally beating the fuck out of you with money. He's not even rich.
So he pimp slapping you with. Making you his bitch. Damn, that's crazy.
Just reckless about spending his money. Honestly, I vibe with that. You have the Galaxy Rangers, which in this case comes in the form of Boot Hill, who is a space cowboy and is like playing Red Dead Redemption 2 with parental controls on.
I look tough.
There's Acheron, who pretends to be a Galaxy Ranger, but really her true identity is the emanator of nihility, which makes her pretty damn powerful. Now, nihility is all about a state of nothingness or non-existence, so I don't know how she got the job, but I assume it went something along the lines of... You got the job. Wait, what? There's Black Swan. Now her whole thing becomes a lot more relevant in the next world, so we'll come back to her. There's this one girl from a faction called the Masked Fools who is not too relevant right now, but I just want to mention their Eon, because their entire path philosophy seems to be Lamau, why not? Like this one time, made one of their emanators a worm. A fucking worm. Like, can you just imagine all the Eons out there vying for power, and Aha's just there in the corner like, he turned into a worm. Funniest shit I've ever seen. The Celeron Hunters are back at it again, this time sending in Firefly, who has a sad backstory because she has space cancer or some shit, but most
Nobody gives a fuck. Move on.
importantly, she takes you on a date. A date. And then
Is she a kid? Nah, bro.
she ended up crashing top-up services and breaking every revenue record Star Rail had on release. Like, come on, guys. Are we such simple creatures? Are we just that easy to manipulate? Why are you showing footage of my Firefly? And all these different factions gather together on Penacony because Penacony is run by a group called the Family. That's run by a man named Gopher Wood who has 2 adopted children in Sunday and Space Taylor Swift. And their security is run by Gallagher right here. Finally, Star Rail adding a proper daddy to their roster.
I'm 13.
Goddamn.
Wow.
My boy's aging at the speed of white. And their history ties right into the founding and main storyline of Penacony, because before Penacony was this luxury vacation spot, it was a barren desert with a rather embarrassing leakage problem. Because it was leaking Memoria. What is Memoria?
You don't know.
Memory cum. Alright, if you want a more detailed...
Wait, what?
What is Memoria? It's memory cum. Alright, if you want a more detailed explanation, Memoria is this substance that serves as a vessel for human memories and consciousness that seems to be some sort of physical manifestation of memories or mental energy that can sometimes group together in high concentration and can have a negative impact if a normal human is exposed to it for too long. It's memory cum. So the IPC sees this and thinks,
Money.
turning Penacony into a prison planet where they send all their prisoners to help fix the Memoria leaks. I don't know what I'm doing right now. That was meant to be mining, I think. Yes, everyone thought Penacony was meant to be Vegas, but think about it. Former prison colony, barren deserts, pokies everywhere you look. This is fucking space Australia. Eventually, the prisoners spend so much time around Memoria that they begin losing their absolute dicks and they start to enter a shared dream world, like the ultimate VR gamers in a shared server. Now, what do all gamers dream of doing together? That's right, rising up. They rise up against the IPC, take back the planet, and of course this is the perfect time for a Celeron to come in and be like, oh, hello there. Allow me to introduce myself. With the planet in utter chaos, this is when Shipe, the Eon of Harmony, descends down and tells them, yes, it is I, the...
Damn, if you have... Okay, well, I'm thinking about this shit. She got 3 heads from the... It looks like... Hold on.
Shipe,
Yeah, she got 3 heads. Or probably 4. I don't know. I was thinking like, oh, she got 3 heads. Damn. The dick sucking would be immaculate if you got 3 dicks. Why you have to?
the Eon of Harmony, descends down and tells them, yes, it is I, the Eon of Harmony. Can you, like, stop being so not harmonious and stuff? Nice rack! So Shipe helps the prisoners integrate into the family. They split up into 7 different factions, which eventually becomes 5, giving them control over Penacony with no more IPC. Yay! We did it, guys! We beat capitalism! And so then the family thinks to themselves, wait guys, hear me out, crazy idea. What if we turn this shared dream world into a commercialized vacation spot where all the rich people spend all their money, and we can even throw this big festival called the Charmley Festival where we only invite the most important people from around the universe to attend. Yay! Capitalism! Now, as followers of the Harmony, a path all about getting along well with each other through mutual trust and cooperation, you'd think the family would be just a bunch of chill dudes. Well, that would be the case if the leader wasn't secretly getting his dick wet for another Eon. See, Eons might seem like these immortal, everlasting, godlike beings, but they can actually be slain, and some of them can even be absorbed into other Eons. Which is exactly what happened to Enna, the Eon of Order. Now, Enna is all about controlling the masses through strict oppressive means to maintain order.
So Hickler. The YouTube side, the auto... The YouTube side titles probably already heard me say that nigga name But Hitler, yeah.
She is the final form of your Asian mum when you tell her you're getting an art degree. But like every good Minecraft YouTuber, bitch just became irrelevant, and eventually Sheepei came along and assimilated Enna inside of her, which is essentially an Aeon getting bored to death. I don't know why I wrote that sentence. But unfortunately for Penacony, this Asian mum is the Eon that the head of the family secretly follows. They don't want the new hotness. They want old and busted. And so the head of the family comes up with this plan to
Oh, they want domination. World order. Fucking hell, bro. It's like off camera. When I try to do these deep voices, I be going crazy. Pause. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if that sound pause or something. Bro. They want complete domination.
They don't want the new hotness. They want old and busted. And so the head of the family comes up with this plan to resurrect Enna and leaves it to his adopted son, Sunday, to enact it. Now, Sunday is a man with a strong personal philosophy. He just wants everyone to be happy, even if the happiness comes from sheltering people from the harsh realities of the world by force. And he thinks this way because he saw a bird once. Okay, well, there we go. All right, I'll leave you for a second. We'll come back to him. He wants to activate the Stellaron, putting Penacony into a permanent dream world where people can't wake up from it. It will be a perfect paradise.
I know this type of move. Naruto, that's what Madara was trying to do. I think. Bro, it's been a long time.
With no conflict, no pain, no suffering, and no illness, where people are completely unaware that it's a dream.
Shit, sign me up, nigga.
Yo, he's the bad guy, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Free will. People don't get free will. Yay for free will. I always choose free will. I say 3 hours into my TikTok scrolling sesh, being mindlessly fed videos I didn't choose, finding my life increasingly dictated by algorithms. Yeah, because if there was one thing Sunday didn't account for, it was us, the Trailblazer. Because we turn up to the final battleground because he's still talking about the bird. Let's give him a minute, I'm sure he's almost finished.
8 hours later.
To fashion a cage for it.
There's no skip button?
Because we turn up to the final battleground because a little birdie once told, oh, for fuck's sake. And this all culminates in one of the most hype moments of the game so far, where we take on this heavenly mechanical conductor thing while fucking Space Taylor Swift sings in the background and we throw a goddamn train at it. Yes, we beat the final boss by driving a fucking train into it. It was fucking beautiful. Look guys, all I'm saying,
she is literally like she got ran by a train. Wait, a train ran into her. Wait, what the fuck? They ran a train into her. It sounds normal, but I'm talking about this sentence can mean two things. That one, literally a train, and yeah, she got trained, so. Oh. Nah, these creators are some freaky ass niggas, man.
Is I'm not an Idol fan, but in the aftermath, the IPC come back and acquire some shares of Penacony, which somehow ends in us getting 5%, which, I mean, yay, capitalism! And then Black Swan hitches a ride with the Astro Express, along with the newly reformed Sunday as well. All right, Sunday, I know you just tried to take over Penacony, but we're cool with that. We're cool. I can forgive that. Just, if you're gonna be here, can you just not talk about any birds? Is that cool? Are you cool with that? All right. Let's fly off to our next destination. This
just killed the nigga, bro.
Brings up to our final stop so far and Star Rail's most ambitious story yet. Amphorius. Now, at the time of writing this, Amphorius' arc is not currently finished, so we're not going to get too heavy into spoilers, so I'll just give you a basic overview of what this world is about. Welcome to the world of God of War. In space, a world themed about the Greek mythos that nobody knows anything about. It's so shrouded in mystery that even Akavili did not visit this place when he was trailblazing around the universe. Come on Akavili mate, get with it, how the fuck do you miss this place? And the only reason we know anything about it is because of Black Swan. Remember when we said we'd come back to her? Well, Black Swan is a member of the Garden of Recollection, and they follow the Aeon Fuli, the Aeon of Remembrance. This path is all about preserving memories and keeping Fuli.
I'm not gonna lie. The God of Remembrance, bro. He looks like he would look like. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like he deserved a different name, like a tough name. Like, bro, he looks like he's like, how do I put this? he's like Zeus to all the other gods. And like, I think is it Greek mythology or Roman mythology? Whatever, which one it is. He's like, he looks like he's supposed to be like at the top. And then the other eons are under him. Something like that. He looked tough. No, she. The thing is, I don't know. It's a god, so it doesn't have a gender. I don't know, bro. Looks like a nigga, it's a nigga, man.
The Eon of Remembrance. This path is all about preserving memories and keeping records of everything that's happened so no one forgets anything, which is useful for anyone over the age of 30. Because if you've been paying close attention, you may...
Nigga, I'm 24. I'm finna be 25 next year. I got bad memory, man. So, shit. For the people who don't know, I'm not gonna say, like, y'all should not be outside or enjoying life in terms of, like, this. Spending money, going on a trip. Like a one-day trip, because people gonna say, oh, that one-day trip, you gonna get memories from it. Hey, me personally, I'd rather spend that money on something I can see every day. Because I'm finna go on that one trip. Then after some days finna pass, a month, years finna pass, I'm finna forget about it. So it's like, that trip was nothing to me, man. So yeah.
Notice that every world's been themed around a certain path. We've gone from preservation to abundance to harmony, and now we are here at Remembrance. We even get our own remembrance powers by adopting this cute little pink feline called Mem, who stays with us on our journey and constantly talks in our ears. And wait a minute.
Oh no.
Oh no. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. But what is this world all about? Well, remember at the start of the video when I said try not to be intimidated by the amounts of eons out there? Well, apparently that wasn't enough information because Amphorius has its own godlike beings that are not eons or emanators. They're called Titans, and they created the world of Amphorius. And there are 12 of them! Oh god, by the end of this game, I swear, Starrow's gonna have more mythology than actual mythology. Alright, lock in gang, because I'm gonna go over this pretty quickly.
Nigga!
War and death to the planets.
Nigga, I hear shit!
Alright, you get all that? No? No one was listening? Well, that's okay, because unless you actually want a deep dive on how each Titan story ties into the world, all you really need to know is that all these Titan came from these things called core flames that was given to Amphorius by an even higher god. Who is this higher god? I don't know. I'll never tell. XOXO, Gossip Girl. I don't actually know. The most notable Titan you should be aware of, though, is Kefle, the world-bearing Titan, who created the humans of this world and is the site of humanity's last stronghold. Because everything was chill until the Black Tide came along and fucked everything up. Wait, it's the Black Tide this time and not a Stellaron? That can't be right. Stellaron! Stellaron! Where are you? I know you're hiding somewhere here, you son of a bitch! The Black Tide is this mysterious corrupting force that turns people into fucking bent-out tweakers. It destroyed multiple cities and turned several of the Titans mad. And so, to avoid corruption, Kefle just goes, dun 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 dun, fucking blue screens himself, but not before bestowing a prophecy upon humanity. 12 chosen heroes with golden blood will appear, strong enough to defeat the Titans and take their core flames, ascending to become demigods. Only then will humanity come to a new era of prosperity. I don't know why I said come. These heroes will be known as the Amphorius 5-star units. Or the Chrysosairs. And that's the basic premise of Amphorius. We go around kicking the shit out of the Titans with the Chrysosairs, jacking their core flames, and letting Hoyoverse spend their budget on these very beautiful alt animations. You have Tribios, who despite her looks is already a demigod, along with Aglaia, who has the core flame of the Titan of Romance. And all I'm saying is, she can romance me anyhow. What? This
nigga made. I was literally about to say this nigga's married, bro. What are you talking?
She can romance me anyhow. What? There's Castris, who is
What? The fuck going on, man?
She's okay. Nothing much to say about her story, actually. And of course, you have Mighty and Phynon. Mighty,
they probably be fucking.
Who is an Angie boy, who I swear to God is trying to compete with Sung Jin Woo for Aura Farmer of the Year. And then you have Phynon, who is a good boy. The goodest of boys. And He goes through a lot. Together they make a great team, except they would do if they weren't bitter rivals who compete in absolutely everything they do. But guys, that's actually really early because they actually care about each other and they're just trying to bring out the best in each other because they're the best of friends, but they would never admit that because they're bitter rivals.
Bro!
You know, I would say now kiss, but I'm pretty sure they already kiss each other goodnight. And that's the setup for Amphorius in a nutshell, which is the bare bones surface level explanation for all the things hiding underneath this world. I will say there have been some developments in the overarching story arc, but what I will say is that compared to previous arcs, the setup and execution is actually far more straightforward than what we've seen in Star Rail before. We are just over halfway through the story arc right now, and I will say, as an aside, it is actually shaping up to be my favorite Star Rail story arc and world so far.
Nigga getting paid.
I don't need that. And of course, that leads us to the final development in the Honkai Star Rail universe, the fated crossover with Fate Stay Night's Unlimited Blade Works. I see what he did there. Woo! We fucking did it, guys! I don't know how, but it actually happened. Now, this storyline isn't like all the previous storylines we covered. This is more of a side story. Think of it as a beach episode with no beach and just a holy grail. We head back to Penacony, where one of the heads of the families, Oti, was messing around, where he just stumbles upon a holy grail. But not just any holy grail, it is a mini holy grail. Bro, I'm lucky enough to find £5 in my pocket, and then there's this guy stumbling upon a bloody holy grail. And so he decides to host his own mini holy grail war. Now, any true Fate fan would know that the holy grail war is always held in secret with no way for the public to know. But this one is different. OT holds a public Holy Grail war, and I assume charges people more than your average influence.
I was literally about to say that, bro. I was like, what? Man, niggas gotta make money at the end of the day.
The boxing match to watch the bloodbath unfold. 4 summon famous people from Penacony, where some of them mess up and accidentally summon some familiar faces from a different universe. Wait, wrong universe, wrong universe! As one of the masters, the
Oh, she remind me of who the fuck is it? Is it High School DxD? Oh nah. Bro, I don't know that it's an anime, but I mean that shit is it's a mini hentai. The main character, it's a dude, obviously. He gets power when he touches some yeeks, or like, you feel me? He caresses a female with consent. Well, sometimes, shit, I don't know, nigga.
Wrong universe, wrong universe! As one of the masters, the Trailblazer accidentally summons the King of Knights themselves. Saber, Adventurine somehow summons Archer, and of course, Boot Heel gets our favorite son of a nice lady, Lancer, who is alive. And Berserker's master and servant is Oti? He's Berserker's Star Rail's master and servant? But we have Berserker right over there. And that's it! The collaboration is out right now, so whether you're a Fate fan or a Star Rail player or you're both, go get it while you can, gamers. And that completes my very quick rundown of Honkai.
My nigga, my reaction is probably like 1 hour and my back hurts, bro. And I still gotta shoot videos today, man. It's literally 2 p.m. right now. Oh, yeah.
Star Rail. Look, this game has only been out for about 3 years, and I'm not gonna lie, there is so much lore and so much story to go through that I had to cut a ridiculous amount out of some of these worlds. This was all meant to just be a very basic introduction into the entire world and story of Star Rail, and even then, it somehow is even longer than my Fate video. So,
bro, why couldn't nigga just create games like this where, like, how'd I put this? It's like let me just give an example of like a similar like type of game where like you go into worlds, this and that. God of War, bro. Generic, this and that, bro. Something like that, but it's like, it's always like increasing something. It's better than that shit. Am I gonna play that game? I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't know, bro. Cause I already got like, I don't have time, bro. I wake up, take a bath, shoot videos, then edit them until 12 a.m. the next day. Then I sleep at 1 a.m. So it's like, bro, I don't know where I'm finna. Am I finna have time to play the games? I don't know.
If you want to get the full picture, there are already some very talented content creators covering this topic. Or you know what? You can just go play the game yourself. Because while this is the short version, I will categorically say this now, that there will never be a long version from me.
But
who knows what the future holds?
Them bills gotta be paid for, nigga. Hey, I'm going, big brother. My back hurts. I let you say 1 hour, 5 minutes.
Call me Master Zen, cause I'm a flick deep bands.